everyone, back here from our pot here. Guys, today is such an exciting day for me. Can you see where we are? Today we're in the kitchen and we're going to be making authentic Jamaican sweet potato pudding. And we're going to be using some of the very same sweet potatoes that I just harvested from my garden. If you guys missed that video, be sure to check it out. Guys, we have a VIP with us today, and the VIP is my mama. Hi, mommy. This is my 95-year-old mother. Have you ever seen a 95-year-old this beautiful before? I know I haven't, but she's going to be showing us one of her recipes for making sweet potato pudding that she's been making ever since she was young. So you guys know this recipe is at least 70, 80 years old. So guys, without no more talking, let's get started. So here's what we're going to be using today. So these are the sweet potatoes I just harvested. If you missed that epic harvest, you guys make sure you go back and watch it. So these are the purple flesh sweet potatoes. And then there's a Murasaki sweet potato, which is like a Japanese sweet potato. And it's also, I believe, originated in Louisiana. And we're going to be using coconut milk. So you can get the Jamaican coconut milk. Be sure you don't get coconut cream. Make sure it says coconut milk. It should be just coconut milk, and it doesn't matter what brand you want to use. In Jamaica, traditional, we use something called mixed spice, but I wasn't able to find mixed spice in the supermarket here, so I'm using pumpkin pie spice, which is very similar to the mixed spice. We have dark brown sugar here. We have raisins, salt, some nutmeg, baking powder, little vanilla, and a little Jamaican white rum. So these are the ingredients. And of course, we're using all-purpose flour, not self-rising, all-purpose flour, and some cornmeal. So this is everything we're gonna use. So my mom is gonna come now, and we're gonna walk through. Oh, and of course, some melted butter. I haven't melted it yet, but we're gonna be also using melted butter. So my mom's gonna come, and we're gonna get started right now. All right, so we're gonna get started. So mom, I know you told us we need a cup of flour, right? So we already put the cup of flour in here and we sifted it.
Yes.
What else are we gonna add for the dry ingredients?
The cornmeal.
Cornmeal, okay. So how much cornmeal?
Half a cup.
Half a cup of cornmeal, okay? Half a cup of cornmeal. And mom, where did you learn how to make this?
My mother used to make it, so of course I watch her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and guys, you have to talk a little louder because I can't hear you. Soft, pretty voice. All right, then.
Like a frog.
So half a cup of cornmeal. And guys, for this flour, it's all-purpose flour. Today I'm using all-purpose unbleached flour, but that's just because I saw it and I'm trying it. Just regular all-purpose flour is good enough. So we have half a cup of cornmeal.
Yes.
And the flour, I sifted it. I don't know if it's really necessary. Half a cup of cornmeal. What else?
Add all the spices.
How much salt? How much salt do we need?
Teaspoon.
A teaspoon of salt. Okay, I have my little teaspoon thing here. So 1 teaspoon of salt. All right. And pumpkin spice. How much?
Put in a teaspoon.
A teaspoon of pumpkin
I
spice.
don't think it's strong. Yeah.
1 teaspoon of pumpkin spice. Oops. And I know probably in Jamaica you didn't measure things out, right? I'm just gonna put a little bit. Some for this come out. So we have a teaspoon of pumpkin spice. So we have our salt. We have our teaspoon of pumpkin spice or baking powder.
Yeah.
How much?
Teaspoon.
Teaspoon of baking powder. And for the baking powder, you just make sure it's level. Right?
Yeah.
Baking powder. All right, make sure it's all mixed in properly. Another good thing, idea is when you're baking like this, I could have actually just sifted it all together. That way they come out really even. But if you don't sift it together, just make sure you blend it properly so you see everything well incorporated. You don't want clumps of salt or clumps of cornmeal. You want everything blended up, right, Mom?
Yeah.
All right, any more dries? I think that's it for the dries,
That's
right?
it.
Sugar is not a dry, right?
No.
Okay, so that's it for the dry. So next, let's work on these sweet potatoes. So we have our beautiful sweet potatoes here. The reason I have two different sweet potatoes is that we want to see which one makes the best Jamaican sweet potato pudding. I know last year, you guys can check that video out, I made some purple sweet potato, but I didn't put the recipe online, and it was like amazing, amazing, amazing. So I want to see if the Murasaki sweet potatoes can be as good. When you're making sweet potato pudding, Jamaican, authentic Jamaican sweet potato pudding, you can't use the orange flesh one. And if you do, you probably have to add a lot more dry seasoning, because the orange flesh sweet potato, when you make it as a pudding, it comes out kind of wetty and watery. Yes. It's really not the same texture. You need a drier sweet potato like the Murasaki, or like these purple ones, or the authentic, of course, Jamaican sweet potatoes. All right, so for the sweet potatoes, let's do the Murasaki one. So how are we gonna blend it?
Put it in and blend it.
Okay, so we're gonna blend up our sweet potatoes. If you have a food processor, that's really the best thing. I'm just using my same little Ninja, or whatever you call this. I use this for everything. My NutriBullet, I use this for everything. So I'm gonna have to add liquid. So it's how many cups of coconut milk?
You need at least a can.
A can is 13. Is it one cup that we should use, or
you can
whole can?
No, you can use an old can.
Wow, okay.
But you put it in gradually.
Right, yeah. So we're using one can. So of course we're gonna put a little bit on now and blend it, because this thing requires the liquid. And then I'm gonna save the rest for when I blend the rest, because I'm gonna have to blend up this whole sweet potato. I use about 2 pounds, just over 2 pounds of sweet potato. I don't know if I'm gonna use the entire amount, but let's call it 2 pounds of sweet potatoes from my garden, guys. Plant something today, guys. Yes. Plant some slips.
Yes, and while you're blending, I will sit.
All right. How about the nutmeg? We forgot about the nutmeg. Okay, guys. Another thing that we're using is allspice, or not allspice, nutmeg. We're using. This is a real nutmeg. You can get the nutmeg powdered in the supermarket, but mommy is doing it old school. She's taking the actual nutmeg and she's gonna grate the nutmeg. All right, show them. Don't grate your finger now. Look at the master. Look at that champion. I tell you. Uh-oh, I just got threatened with a sock in my mouth, so I won't say anything. But the champion, 95-year-old, is grating her own nutmeg. All right, so while I blend this up. All right, so I just finished grating, or blending, I should say, blending the sweet potato. This is what it looks like. Blended it each time with half of a can of milk. One thing, guys, that I noticed today, these cans used to be 16 ounces, and I remember like a year or so ago they went to 15 ounces. Guys, I could not believe this is now 13.5 ounces, and the price is going up every day. So just if you're following something which is an exact recipe, just make sure you check out the actual, how many ounces are actually in the cans. So this is a lot. So here's what the texture looks like. I blended it until it was pretty smooth. Make sure all the lumps are out. You don't want to get any any lumps of sweet potatoes in your pudding. All right, so my mom just greased up the baking sheet for us. My husband had to jump in and help with the grating of the nutmeg. The grater wasn't very sharp, but we have the nutmeg grated.
To add, you're gonna add.
What are we doing?
We're going to add some nutmeg to that.
So we're going to add some nutmeg, which is our dry. We're going to add it to our dry ingredients. Mm-hmm. How much nutmeg do we add?
Use about half of that.
Half of it? All right. So this was a whole nutmeg grated. So let me see how many teaspoons. That's it. So we're using 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. And guys, it smells amazing having this fresh nutmeg. But you can always buy the dried one if you can't get the whole nutmeg. So that's about a teaspoon, just over a teaspoon of nutmeg added. All right, what else do we do? We have all our, did we add our salt? Yeah, we added salt. Yeah. We added all the dry ingredients. And then we blended this. So what do we do next? Do we start combining this?
Yes.
Okay, so, all right, so let me go ahead and combine this into the mixing bowl. That'll probably be the easiest. And we do have some extra sweet potato. I'll reserve this for now because it was a little bit over 2 pounds. I'll reserve this for now and we can add as we need to. All right, so let's move over to the mixing bowl. And Mom, you have to come direct us what we need to add to this mixing bowl. What do we add first to the mixing bowl?
Potato.
Okay, so we're adding the potatoes, the sweet potato mixture to the mixing bowl. And guys, can you believe this mixing bowl is at least, what, 40 years old, 50 years old?
Oh, yes, about 50 years
Yeah,
old.
this mixing bowl is about 50 years old. My mom's big sister, this was her mixing bowl. And she left it for me. And it's still going strong. I make Jamaican rum cakes every Christmas. Like I make like 20, 30 cakes every Christmas. And this is what has baked every Christmas cake I've made. All right, so we have our...
You have a spatula.
I need a spatula instead of my finger. Okay, Mom, what do we add next? What do we add next?
So start adding the dry mix. Mixing the,
so how about the wet ones? We didn't add the sugar yet. Should we add the sugar first?
You're going to add, no, you don't have to add the sugar. Add that.
Add this first? Okay, we're gonna do the dry first. I'm following instructions. So I'm not gonna add the, you don't want me to add the vanilla yet?
No, you're going to add the...
Okay, okay, I'm gonna follow instructions. So I'm adding the flour.
Yes.
Adding the flour first. This is a flour mixture with the flour and the caramel and all the dry goods.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Should I start blending it?
Huh?
Should I turn the mixer on yet?
No, you're going to...
Should I turn the mixer on?
Give it a couple turns with your
Okay.
spatula so the flour
Okay.
won't...
Okay. All right, Mama. All right, my mama. All right, so I'm slightly incorporating it so that it doesn't like fly all over the place when I turn it on.
All right. Mix it on. You can put in some vanilla.
Put in some vanilla. So I'm gonna use, let's call it a tablespoon of vanilla or more. I like to put a lot of vanilla. So let's do a tablespoon first. Is that good?
Put in a little more.
So a tablespoon and a half. Tablespoon and a half of vanilla and some sugar. Just added a cup of sugar. And this is about half a stick of butter melted. And then we're gonna mix it up. And depends on how much comes up, we might add some more of the sweet potatoes to it. It smells so good, guys. It's not even mixed up yet. It smells so good.
And then you can put some rum in it too.
Okay.
You can put in the rum so the rum get mixed inside.
All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of rum. How much? About 2 tablespoons?
Just use your discretion. Just
I'm using my discretion. So I'm gonna, since I want you guys to know how much, I'm using 2
depending on how much rum they like.
tablespoons. Yeah, you do it based on taste, but you don't want to do too much because it can taste bitter if you have too much rum. I'm using 2 tablespoons of Jamaican rum. This is overproof rum. It's very, very strong. But you can use any white rum that you want or any white rum. But if you want to do the authentic style, Jamaican, you should use Jamaican overproof white rum. All right, so now that we have our rum, we have everything in. The only thing we don't have in is the raisins. Do we put the raisins at this point?
No.
Not yet. So we're not doing the raisins yet.
Then you mix it up. You put in the raisin and do some more mixing.
Okay, so when it's mixed properly, we're going to add the raisins in and then mix again. Guys, that smells amazing already. Amazing. Can I taste it?
Let me taste it. Yes. Taste it. It's sweet enough.
It's gonna be delicious. Taste it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It tastes so good.
Let me
Mommy, it's okay.
I will taste this.
All right, let me put a little bit more in there for you.
No, I'm not going to eat it.
Let's taste it. Perfect, right? All right, do we want to add raisins?
You can add the raisins now.
Okay, how much raisins?
Yeah. It depends on
Half
how
a
much a
cup?
person like. You know, you just
Let's give them let's give them your recipe. This is your recipe.
All right.
Half a cup or a cup?
Just about 3/4 cup.
Okay, so this is a half a cup thing. So I'm gonna use.
You don't want it too raisiny.
All right, so that's half a cup.
Right.
Okay, so we're doing half a cup.
Yes.
Ooh, now I'm gonna mix it in a little bit. Woo wee. So the raisins are going all the way through it now. So you're not getting any clumps of raisins anywhere. It's all nicely incorporated. Then I went through with a spatula. I just scraped along the side just to make sure that there's nothing. I did that while it was blending just to make sure that nothing was sticking to the sides. So we have everything ready, Mom.
Yes, pour it.
So we're gonna save that rest of the sweet potatoes for another time. It was about, I think it was about 2 pounds 6 ounces because I weighed it. So 2 pounds of sweet potatoes is just perfect for this recipe. Okay. All right. So now my mama's already greased up the pan. We've already preheated the oven to 350. So now we are ready to put this in. And my mom says she really prefers a baking tin. I don't know where I put my baking tins. They're packed away somewhere, so I'm using this glass. As a matter of fact, I think I just remember where I put the tins. So the next one I'll do in a tin, but this one I'm doing in glass. You take your spatula, make sure you get all that goodness. It smells, guys. If you could smell this. As a matter of fact, you can smell this. You guys can make this recipe just in time. Thanksgiving is around the corner. Christmas is around the corner. Jamaican sweet potato pudding, we eat all year round. But if you want to wow your friends and family, guys, give them this. Give them this. What? Blow their minds.
Spread it out now. You spread it out.
Okay, so we're spreading this out. Nice. Woo! And we're going to stick this in the oven. Before I stick it in the oven, I'm going to do this all again so I can have 2 in the oven. And at the end, we're going to see which one tastes better. The purple fleshed sweet potatoes or this one. So I'll be right back. So I just did everything we did with the first one. And here is the purple fleshed sweet potato. Look at that color, guys. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be amazing. And I found my tin pan. This is like a what do you call it, non-stick pan that I'm using this time. All right, so I'm pouring this in. Then I'm gonna stick it in the oven at 350 degrees. The other one just went in. This is going to be in the oven for like 1.5 hours. So I'm going to just stick it in with the other one that's already going. And the other one will probably come out a few minutes before this one, since this is just going in now. So see you guys in 1.5 hours. Going in at 350 degrees. My people, I just got them out of the oven. And I can tell you, the house smells crazy amazing. You can just smell all the different spices and the sweet potatoes. I cannot wait to stick my teeth into it. But guys, we've got to wait 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to let it cool off and make sure everything holds together before we cut it. All right, it's been 15 minutes now. It's nice and cooled off. And I'm so excited, Mommy. Are you excited to taste this?
Yes.
Which one are you going to taste first? All right, we're going to cut both of them so we can taste both together. All right, so we'll put that here. And then
let me taste this quick.
Yeah.
Boy.
How's the flavor? Hot?
The flavor is good, but I think the edges are a little too crisp.
The edge is too crispy? Okay, so I should take it out. I should not wait 2 hours for this one then, because I put that one in for 2 hours. All right, let's try this other one. But how is the flavor compared
The
to?
flavor is good. It's very good.
Okay, compared to when you were young. Does it taste like when you are a young person?
When you old like me, your taste buds change.
All right, let's try this other one now. Let's try the Murasaki. No, it can't fill up on that one. You have to wait. You have to taste. Let's taste the purple flesh sweet potato. Put it. Try that one. Uh-oh, that one just fell apart. Hold on. Woo, it's hot. I think I should have made it cool off a little bit more. It's falling apart. All right, show them the moisture. Show them the moisture level. Guys, look at the moisture level. Look at the moisture level. So the outside is really crispy, but it's still very moist on the inside. Hot. All right. You have to swallow the other one first. Swallow the other one first.
Already.
Okay. Wait, you have to compare though. Think about it.
This one
compare.
is softer.
Okay, that one's softer. How does the flavor compare?
Very good.
But if you had to pick one, which one would you say?
My mother said, which one? The same very one.
Which one? This one? You prefer this one? All right. Okay, guys. So there it is. We have a winner.
My mother said it.
Your mother said it. Okay. But so it looks like you're enjoying. But I see you're equally eating both of them at an equal rapid rate.
Yes.
All right. So now it's my turn to taste. Where's my fork? Hold on. Let me get a fork. You're eating it pretty rapidly, so I'm assuming it tastes really good. So let's try. Oops. Yes, guys, I should have waited to cool it off a little bit more.
When you come, you bring my own.
Wait, Mom. Well, let me try this one. Purple. I don't know which one I like better.
That's it. I just told you one, but
Guys, they're equally wonderful. You guys can go ahead, buy some sweet potatoes today, make your own sweet potatoes, wow them. This is an authentic Jamaican recipe from a 95-year-old Jamaican lady herself. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and hit like and subscribe and share this video with your friends. And better yet, bake this sweet potato pie, put in, and share with your friends this Thanksgiving or this Christmas. Till next time, bye now. From me and Mom. Mom, say bye.
bye there. Bye.